Welcome back, guys. Now, in this video, I want to talk to you about something very, very important, and that is knowing when to stop using a zone. Because it's very easy to go back really far in time and to mark on a zone from, 5 years ago or something like that. And ultimately, I don't like using this. Again, there are a few other people that have this belief, but I'd say that we are in the minority. But ultimately, sticking to recent levels is always going to be better, because if you just think about it, if you are trading a level that was created 5 years ago, so much has changed, economically in any country in that period of time. And so it would be unreliable, it'd be, unprofessional of you to be using those levels in your trading, because so much has changed. You want to be sticking to the recent levels. And so what I want to give you now is I want to give you a specific time period to focus on with your zones, and exact time period of how to do this and how to do that in order. Okay. And so essentially, if you're doing anything below the 15-minute, so below the 15-minute, then your zone should be no more than 1 day old. Okay. Anything from the 15-minute, above the 15-minute to the 4-hour, I'd say about 25 days, maybe 20 days, 25 days. Okay. And then daily, 3 months, weekly, about a year, and then the monthly, about 4 years. Okay. This is so crucial, guys. In fact, that's perfect. So if you've got a zone marked on, let's just mark on our sessions indicator here. Okay. So if you've got a zone marked on, and let's go down to our 15-minute chart here. And so our zone should be no more than a day old, and you've got a zone marked on from, over here, for example, and you're just waiting for this bad boy to get hit. Does that mean it's not going to get hit? Does it mean that price is going to come down here and, it definitely won't respect this? No, of course it doesn't. Okay. But what this does mean is it means that you've got a way of being like, right, okay, this zone is valid, this zone isn't valid. And what you're doing is you're building up that understanding of, right, okay, with this information, I can then go forward and actually decide whether a setup is true for me or it's not, because ultimately you want to remove all of that guesswork when you're actually in live market conditions, and it's just going to help you a whole lot. Okay, so very, very simple, guys. Very simple. There's not really a whole lot more I can explain about this, to be totally honest with you. If you're on the 4-hour, let's say 25 days. Okay, so here we were on the 29th, so roughly the beginning of January, just a simple math. There we go, right here. Okay, so any zones from back here would be okay, assuming they fit all the other rules. You're not just randomly picking zones because they were made in this time period. But if you've got a strong zone that hasn't been touched in the last 20 days and it looks like it's about to come back and you're on the 4-hour, fantastic, use it. Okay, but in this example here, just because this was about 25 days ago, doesn't mean that when we come into this level again, we're just going to randomly trade it. Because remember, we're using our ability to determine the zone strength as well. So we've got a touch there, didn't even see this touch over here. So we're not just going to randomly trade it because it's within our time period. It's just a way to help filter out those zones where you're not 100% sure and you just need a specific extra guidance of, right, okay, is this zone valid or not, or am I just kidding myself? Okay, so I hope that makes sense. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Keeping it nice and simple. I'll see you on the next one.